Welcome back to Unqualified and Uneducated, where we give you our unqualified and uneducated opinions on all things sports, movies, TV, anime, anything that's interesting. Today we got Carl. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Good to be here.
And we also got G out here.
What's going on?
You guys may remember him from the last episode of Podcasting with the Squad. He did so well. We
made it.
We thought let's bring him up to the big leagues. So on today's episode, as you guys know, we always stick to basketball a lot. So we're gonna be talking about our top 10s, a little bit of football, and then we're gonna give you guys what you guys have been asking for, some movie reviews.
Not exactly what they're asking for, but we're reviewing movies.
I think we're giving them more than they're asking for. We're doing two movies.
We're doing two movies.
Two
Yeah.
movies.
Fresh movies.
Fresh movies.
Two popular fresh movies.
Popular fresh movies. One was trash, super ass, and
Super
the other
ass
one was good.
trash, right.
So if you guys want to know which one was ass and which one was good, stay tuned. Or just jump.
Or just skip to that
skip
section.
to it. We don't care what you want to do. All right, so we were having a discussion on Podcasting with the Squad. I don't know if it was on the episode or if it was off mic, but we started talking about top 10s. And we decided we would come here and give our top 10 best players of all time in NBA history. So
tough.
I think
tough.
it's tough because like you're going across eras and you're coming up with these stats and they never played against each other, and there's a lot that goes into it. But let's go.
How should we start? Should we start with top 4, like a Mount Rushmore?
I feel like, I mean, I could.
You're
not ready for that one?
Yeah, no, let's do that. Mount Rushmore.
Okay. Oh man, that's not it. Okay, so.
All right, I already got mine.
Okay.
MJ.
Okay, we're probably in agreement.
Magic.
Okay.
Shaq.
Oh.
LeBron.
Oh.
Okay.
It was like a little hit from every era that I.
Oh man, that's rough. I don't know what to do though.
I feel like all 4 of those guys impacted the league in such a big way.
Mm-hmm.
They changed like how you look at basketball. Like Shaq, most dominant center of all time, couldn't stop him. MJ is MJ.
Mm-hmm.
Magic, first point guard to play center, at the same time triple double, and then LeBron's just like the here and now type of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't match them up with the presidents, mainly because I don't know all the presidents on Mount Rushmore, but yeah.
I thought they were governors.
Oh. I thought Trump was on there.
Oh, damn. He gonna put himself on there.
Let's go build another one. he's got some Mexicans out there building it right now.
So we gotta build a wall. No, that's not a wall.
That's not a wall. That's a face.
That's your face.
See, that's what he's been doing this whole time. He's been tricking us about a wall.
He's building
this whole
his
time
own
he's
Rushmore.
using the whole
sending money
budget.
over
The
there.
wall budget is going to a face on Mount Rushmore.
Joke's on us. Alright, I'll say we got half the same people.
Oh,
Carl.
okay, let's hear
We
it.
got MJ and LeBron, same.
Oh,
Okay.
But then I got Kareem and Bill Russell.
Oh.
Honestly, those were 2 of the other guys. I was like,
Those?
Kareem is just like,
Yeah.
it would be dope to have his gogs up there anyways.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
And then Bill Russell, I feel like that dude's just one of the faces of
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
if you think NBA like
You
top
think of
player,
him.
you think Bill Russell.
Yeah, I go Kareem because all the points.
Yeah.
Dude's a scoring machine. Crazy long career.
Yeah.
Right? Like he went through like all of the 70s.
Had 2 different names.
True.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the 80s. Like dude was relevant in the Lakers Celtics thing in the 80s, but like that wasn't even his like peak.
Yeah,
he like stuck it out.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this is real. I need to be a part of this.
Yeah.
So and for that time, I feel like that's a crazy long career for a big man too.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive. And then Bill Russell, like, 11 rings or something?
Yeah.
Like, hard to argue against that.
It is.
Plus, like, you know, obviously didn't have the same competition, but like still played against Wilt.
Mm-hmm.
So like, people love to bring up Wilt, but he clearly like locked him up on D enough over their career. So I give him the edge on that.
Okay.
That's the 4. I got my list right here.
I thought you had notes written down.
Oh, no notes.
I was
Just-
like, my
just
man
notes.
was prepared.
Let's see. Mine's similar to yours too. I went MJ, Kareem, Magic, and the 4th one I didn't know if I was gonna go Bird or Bill Russell.
Oh.
It's a Celtic. I don't know who's gonna go on there. I would put Bird for diversity.
Oh yeah, diversity. That's good.
But I don't know. But because like you said, like Bill Russell, I feel like Bill Russell's underrated, and people would say he played with less talent.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel like if you're a superstar, you could play in any era.
Yeah.
Because if you truly are a superstar, you would
you
figure out a
win
way.
11 championships by not being like,
Exactly. Like
fantastic.
I don't think they were winning before he got there.
Yeah.
And when he got there, they started winning.
Yeah.
I think literally like the first season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like right when they drafted him, championship.
And that's why I think like, okay, so you can't if you like when the
or if it was a draft, I don't know how Bill Russell got to the Celtics.
I think it was. You think it was drafted?
Was it draft?
Yeah. Like
Probably.
the argument, like there's a lot of arguments like when the Rockets lost to the Warriors, everyone said, oh, they only lost because Chris Paul was injured. But what was the Warriors supposed to do? Stop playing because Chris Paul was injured?
Mm-hmm.
They still gonna have to play.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Russell can only play against who's in front of him, and he dominated.
That's true.
And like you said with Wilt, he held Wilt still had crazy numbers, but Bill Russell like slowed him down. He was the only player to like really dominate him, and he beat him every time.
Yeah.
I don't think Wilt ever beat Bill Russell.
Not in like a finals or something.
Yeah, I don't think he ever really lost to him. Maybe games or something like that.
Yeah.
Points in one game.
Points.
Oh, yeah.
Points in one game.
Plus, I think we got to remember with like Bill Russell, like, and this is I guess like outside of basketball, but like that they had to deal with all the like racism and stuff
That
at
is
that
true.
time.
That is
Like,
true.
like you had to be like like in Boston, right? Like not exactly
that's
the most.
Yeah.
Like at that time, I guess there was probably some hate going around.
Still now, bro. Still now.
Yeah, probably.
Talk to those
still
guys
now.
in baseball.
So like you had to deal with that. Like you're traveling to games and in this like bus that like like you don't know what's going on. You still have that focus to play.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that is crazy. That'd be crazy. Some dude hates you, and then he goes up there and asks for your autograph, and as soon as he gets your autograph, and then he starts like, get out of here. So okay, you won. Larry, I'm sorry, Larry, you're off my Mount Rushmore.
Larry Legend's gone.
Larry's off my Mount Rushmore. So that's my top four.
Yeah. Wait. So who was the?
Oh, that was
there?
Mine was Micheal, Kareem, Magic, Bill Russell.
Okay, so Magic too. Like Carl and I didn't have Magic.
Carl
had Magic.
I had Magic.
So I don't have Magic.
You don't
So
have
you don't have
Magic.
LeBron.
I don't have LeBron.
Okay.
I can't. I don't.
I really just chose mine by like dominance for a generation.
There.
I feel you. I feel you with
Like,
that. I
each of them
don't.
was really good, but I didn't. When you guys made even when you guys were making your argument, I was like, damn, I probably should have said him.
It's
Or,
true.
yeah, I
Yeah,
should have
it's
said
so
I should've
hard.
It's
said
like you
him.
could easily get Magic in
Yeah.
because like you said the
How many rings? He has 5 rings, right? Or
I don't know.
I think he was. Yeah, I think he has 5 rings.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, did they win 5 times in the 80s?
I'm pretty.
He has some amount of rings that you can count on your fingers.
It's more than 0 and less than 10.
More than 0, less
Less-
than 10,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, Magic. You're right. You like changed the game. Like when we talk about what point guards do now,
Yeah.
like he was that before.
He was that, yeah.
Yeah,
Before that.
He was LeBron.
and he wasn't an uber athlete like those
Yeah.
guys. So like
Yeah.
he was able to win like the cerebral game.
Yeah.
So it's like I had to have Magic in there just because of that. Yeah, he has. He won 5 times.
Oh, 5. Wow.
5
5
rings.
times.
Better
And
than LeBron, then.
and I also give them credit because like Magic and Bird, they both like saved the NBA because like I think before they were just like everyone was doing like cocaine.
Yeah.
And that's all they did was like do cocaine after games, and everything was bad, and the ratings were down. But when
Magic did something.
yeah, when Magic, oh yeah, he did it
He
later
did
on.
something.
But later on, Magic and Bird, when they were going at it, you had the flashy LA, the blue collar Boston. They raised the ratings and they changed the NBA. So I have both of them. I definitely have both of them because they both like. That's why it's tough. Like everybody in my top 10 changed the franchise.
Yeah.
If you're in my top 10, you changed the franchise. And I mean, LeBron could be in there because he changed the Cavs.
Yeah.
He changed them too, but yeah. So that's why I got those guys.
Nice.
Nice segue. Huh?
That was a good close.
I didn't know how to close that. So okay, so next the 6 down.
Yeah.
How do we go about that?
Honestly, I don't think I chose my Mount Rushmore as the 4 top players.
Oh, you didn't?
I chose them as the 4 that I thought impacted the league
That's a good
in
point
such
though.
a way.
Like the the presidents on Mount Rushmore, are
Yeah.
they necessarily the
Are
best
they the four
presidents?
best
Yeah,
presidents?
you're right.
Or is
Like, we
just
don't even know who they are.
four who made a big impact at some point.
That is true.
Yeah, I don't know if I could tell you who are the 4 on there.
I feel like Roosevelt might be one of them.
I
Yeah,
think isn't George up there?
yeah.
Hopefully.
Washington,
George got to be up there.
Washington, Teddy Roosevelt.
Some other white guys.
And 2 white guys.
2 white guys. Yeah.
Yeah, see,
I guarantee you they're white.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln? Is
Was
Lincoln on there?
I don't know. Honestly, I thought for a second, but then I was like, you feel like you'd recognize, you'd just know that his ugly ass head was on there.
Yeah, that long
Yeah.
face.
You think Abe's an ugly dude?
Yeah. Dude look like a goat.
I mean, I'm not gonna try to take him out or anything like that. I mean,
Like a goat?
Like a goat.
Like a goat?
I mean, I just felt I felt the swag with the top hat and everything.
I don't know, man.
Okay, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson,
Okay.
Teddy Roosevelt,
Yes.
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh,
Abe
okay.
is on there.
Hey, honest Abe,
Damn.
So we just forgot Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
That's pretty good as
Yeah.
far as presidents. That might be top 4 presidents, honestly.
That is, but like you said, impact too. So that's impact as well. So
You know what? I guess I did have my top 4 as the Mount Rushmore. Just the only one that was, I put LeBron at 5 and Kareem was 4. Or
Okay.
like in the top 4.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, moving down from mine, let me see. I think at 5, I have, and we talked about it on the podcast, the last episode. But at 5, I have Larry Bird.
Okay.
Then at 6, I have LeBron.
Yeah.
7, I have Hakeem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I messed up. That's why I don't know where to after LeBron.
It's hard.
I don't know where to put Tim Duncan, Shaq,
Yeah.
Kareem.
Yeah.
I don't know where to put those 3.
Well, this is how I did it. So I had those top 4, and then I have like the next 4 that the order, like I could be convinced of this. So this would be 5, 6, 7, 8. It could be any way, and then I have a last 4 where like 2 people are gonna have to go.
We should just go off G's list.
Let's hear that. Let's hear that list. I want to hear that
We put
list.
some thought into this.
All right, so this middle 4. So I already.
So like
have-
they're definitely in the top 10.
it's just 5, 6, 7,
they're
8, any order.
Okay.
They're interchangeable. Okay.
So my top 4 again: MJ, LeBron, Kareem, Bill Russell. Middle 4, we got. Middle 4 is.
Carl's mom made a reoccurring appearance on the
She's
episode.
sneaking.
She crazy, man.
So what you say?
All right, so the middle 4 is Shaq, Tim Duncan, Bird, and Magic.
Ooh.
I like
That's
that. I really like Shaq being in the like you definitely top 10, like not a fringe.
Because he got rings.
He got rings.
4
and
rings.
Dude was just a force too.
Yeah. Orlando Shaq was crazy.
Orlando's Shaq was crazy. LA Shaq was dominant.
Yeah. And like he's got the thing like the not to bring up bad memories, but like the teams that beat like the Kings those years, those 3P years, those are like some of the best teams.
He's just too
ever.
damn big.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
too big.
I think no, I like Shaq being in the top 10. He has to be because he went to the finals with 3 different teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's done that
that's
except like
true.
LeBron.
That's a
He
good
won
one.
with the Heat with
No,
D-Wade.
LeBron hasn't done it either. He's only been in the finals with 2 teams.
Wait, so he went to a finals with Orlando?
Yeah, they lost to Hakeem and they lost to the
See,
Rockets.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
That's kind of like LeBron with the Cavs in 07.
That's like
bit.
Dwight taking.
I would say a little bit, but they did have Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, that's true.
I was
LeBron
not
didn't
like
have that.
Dwight. Kind of just did it.
Yeah, Dwight did it. With
Yeah,
you.
That's
did
what.
that
Wait,
too.
was that the team we were thinking about talking about? That's what we need to talk about. Is how do you think that Dwight Orlando
Yeah,
Magic
we
team
do
would do
today.
in today's NBA?
That's what we were talking about.
So
that.
we'll bring that up.
We'll bring that up
I
later.
forgot
That'd
about
be
that.
crazy.
That's a good one.
That'd be
topic.
crazy.
I think they do good.
All right.
All right, so
Right. Say those 4 again. I'm sorry.
Shaq, Tim Duncan,
Okay.
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
Okay.
So yeah, we talked about this the other day too, but we all are all in agreement. Duncan is better than Kobe, so that's why Kobe doesn't appear in this 4. I would say.
Yeah.
I think all 4 of these guys are
Yeah.
better than Kobe. And then
The 4 where 2 are out, 2 are in.
Kobe's in that.
Okay. What are those 4?
Those last 4 are Kobe, Hakeem, Wilt, and then some guy that we've kind of slept on, honestly, Oscar Robertson.
Oh, okay. I
The
like
big
that.
O. But I could
honestly, I'd probably stay sleeping on Oscar Robertson.
No, I like the Oscar
Robertson.
I like the Oscar Robertson.
I just don't know. Honestly, I don't know enough about him. I don't
same.
look into him a lot, so I don't know his like stats, or I just know that he put up stats and he could do everything. Other than that,
I looked him up because the Russell Westbrook year when he first did his triple double, and it turns out that Bill Russell he averaged a triple double once. The second year he was off just by a little bit from averaging. Another year he was off from averaging triple double, and then like the next like 2-3 years or something after that he was like a fringe triple double. Mm-hmm. So he's essentially doing everything that Russ is doing now,
mm-hmm.
but like back then without a 3-point line.
But then wouldn't you
like fewer shots?
Mm-hmm. And he was actually a point guard.
Yeah.
But then wouldn't you have to think about if that they would be like similar, Westbrook and Oscar Robertson, or did Oscar Robertson win a bunch? Did he win championships?
He won. I think he won one ring with Kareem on the Bucks. I think.
Yeah, that's crazy. They were both on the Bucks.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, they back when I think it was Alexander.
Because I was gonna say then, would you? Because if you would put Oscar Robertson there, then would you have to think about Russell Westbrook?
I think no. I know
it's
because
like
different.
It's not even close.
It's different because I would say it's how they got the triple doubles that's different.
Yeah.
A Russell Westbrook triple double nowadays it's a lot cheaper than like if De'Aaron Fox got one or Jokic got one.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they get those in the flow of the offense, whereas Russell is getting his are like his are kind of.
I think maybe his first season was legit. Maybe.
Russ's?
Yeah.
I think the beginning was legit. The beginning of the season was legit, but once it started becoming more real, mm-hmm. and he was trying to get the MVP, and he really didn't have anything to play for, I felt like I've watched games where like Steven Adams was like,
"That's right, I know." I know.
Cantor was on the team, was like, "Oh, I want that rebound. I'm trying to get a contract, but you can have it." So
yeah, that's my issue too. Is like they kind of just punted on that season, and it became like, "All right, Russ, like do what you want." Like they weren't. No one was ever like, yo, the Thunder could challenge, right? No one ever said that. It was just like, this. It was amazing because, like, their team wasn't that good,
mm-hmm.
but that's what makes it so he can average a triple-double.
Yeah, but the numbers had it that when he did have a triple-double, or when he got a triple-double, they did win. Yeah. So it was kind of like, there's numbers that backed them, but at the same time, a lot of them were cheap.
Yeah.
And I felt like that year, it was all about a narrative. Yeah. KD left. Westbrook, poor Westbrook. Yeah. Let's get him an MVP. Yeah. He'd probably get an MVP. Yeah. So, but I like the Oscar Robertson one. I think he's in my top like 15, 20 players. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. He's probably out. I don't think he would
sneak into my top 10. It's solely because I just don't know enough about him.
So, that's true.
So if I don't know enough about him, then obviously I don't think he did good enough to be in my top 10.
Yeah.
You know.
So if we count him out. Then the last three are Kobe, Hakeem, and Wilt, and we gotta kick one more person out.
Okay, so
Kobe, Hakeem, and Wilt.
See, okay, I wanna fight for Hakeem.
Okay.
Because if you look at the numbers, he's one of the best centers of all time.
Yeah, true.
And then he beat Shaq.
I love Hakeem, man.
And me too. He was the only person to win rings in the prime Jordan era, even though Jordan was out. But he wasn't there. But
he did come back.
He
right?
came back.
Second one.
He came back. But if you look at the numbers, when the Rockets played the Bulls in the Jordan era, the Rockets they didn't fold. Mm. So they were pretty competitive. And I remember one point that Kenny Smith said it on TNT one time. And this is just people always talk. They didn't fear the Bulls like a lot of people did.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and if you look at their team, I think they were equipped to play against the Bulls because they had Hakeem down low, and they didn't have anyone on the Bulls to guard Hakeem.
Yeah.
And I felt like if Hakeem can go to work on Shaq when Shaq was like in his physical prime,
that's true.
Hakeem could go to work on anybody.
Because the Bulls centers were always kind of like they were just like a piece to fill in.
They were like the Warriors centers.
Yeah.
It's just, the main players are these guys. We get what we can fill in.
And Hakeem had the best post moves.
They had all the post moves.
He had the best post moves of all time, bro.
Yeah, that's why I got to put him in mine.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like Hakeem.
Yeah, I agree.
I also like him because he played on 5 Slam Jamma.
Yeah.
That's true.
The college days.
If there's any reason not to have him.
I mean, no one else played on 5 Slam
Jamma. Yeah, if there's any reason to put him in there, that's the first one. That's what I was going for. So that's why and I'm pretty sure he probably has the statistics to put him up there with the greats too.
Yeah.
Like, and he was like, he played defense, played offense.
Yeah.
He could pass. He could do it all.
Yeah.
So I like him. I like him in your list too.
And it's not like the whole league just fell off when Michael left.
Oh yeah.
Like it was still the
it
same
was still
league.
everyone. It was just no
Like,
Michael.
I mean, I don't know what their path to the finals were those years, but like they must have beat the Jazz at some point.
Yeah.
The Jazz were good, and like I'm sure there were other good teams. Like, I don't know off the top of my head, but they clearly were.
The Sonics had been kicking around with Gary Payton and Sean Kemp.
Yeah.
So they had to have beaten some people.
Yeah.
And that was the Rudy Tom Giuliani. Was that the coach? What's that guy's
Rudy
name?
Tomjanovich.
What up? Yeah, he was like never
Rudy
doubt the heart of
Giuliani,
it.
that's the mayor for New York at some point.
That wrong guy. What that fool was like, never doubt the heart of a champion.
Yeah.
And they had one of the best slogans of all time.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I like Hakeem being in at like the number 9.
And I love Twin Towers. He had the original Twin Towers with him and Ralph Sampson.
Yeah, Ralph Sampson was supposed to be
He was supposed to be clean.
Can you imagine that?
That'd have been nice.
But he was trash.
He was just busted up everything.
It's trash.
Damn.
People be calling Greg Oden trash.
I never do.
Same thing happened with Greg Oden. Man.
I never called Greg Oden trash. That dude was like...
I was always pulling for Greg Oden. LeBron's dad, bro?
I knew he was going to say something dumb like that.
LeBron's dad was in the league?
That's sad. That Blazers team, if you're a Blazers fan...
Bro, Greg Oden was doing the Uncle Drew stuff before it was
Stop it.
That's heartbreak. Because they have Brandon Roy, too.
Yeah, they had Brandon Roy, Greg Oden. Didn't they have LaMarcus, too?
I think so. Like
they had all 3 of them at the same time.
That team would have been so nice.
That was like
they were set up.
That was this... And they were in the era where you can have bigs.
Yeah. They caught the end of... They were like around the end of
They were right around the end. They would have...
It would have been fun. They probably would have challenged the Heat those years.
It would have been crazy because they would have been going up against the Thunder too.
Yeah.
Katie and Russ versus the...
That would have been nice.
And they're both in this like the same like... Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of Sonics. Never mind. Scratch that. But because I remember a long time ago when Katie was on the Thunder, I think somebody had said something on the Blazers about the Thunder, and then Katie was like, we kind of have a little rivalry with them in there. He's like, I remember back when we were in the Seattle days, so like they had a little thing going on back then. So I think that's why Seattle needs to get a team going back.
They do.
They need to move this.
But add in a team or replace the team?
Add in a team or replace
Because
a
if
team?
you add in one team, don't you have to add in 2 teams to balance it out?
I think they could. I think hockey has a odd number of teams.
Oh, do they?
So I think it's possible. It's just weird.
But then wouldn't that make like one conference unfair?
The West is already unfair right now.
So add a team in the East.
They probably could add 2 teams,
Or
honestly.
team in the West.
I don't see why not.
I mean, because like I feel like there'll be a basketball team in Vegas depending on how the Raiders go. If the Raiders go well, then there will probably be a basketball team.
So add a team in Seattle and then add a team in
Vegas,
Las
and then
Vegas.
transfer one over to a different conference.
Yeah.
I think
someone like the Grizzlies or something.
Yeah, someone that's closer to the East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Grizzlies would be perfect. I think
That'd be good because then it would give Nevada and Washington a team.
Yeah.
They don't have a pro basketball team. So.
NBA commish, you need to hit us up.
Yeah, man,
obviously,
come on.
we know
We're
what we're
ready.
doing. We're already ready. Just hit us up. We already making moves on this little podcast, bro.
That's a good idea, actually.
So
with the finish the 10.
So we have Hakeem in, Oscar Robertson out, and then it's between Kobe and Wilt Chamberlain.
Wait, so Hakeem's in? You mean?
Hakeem is in at 9.
Yeah, I would probably. I think I might go Kobe in, Wilt out.
Ooh.
Even though it pains me because I don't like Kobe, but I think there's enough there. I'm a little biased against Wilt. I feel like dude didn't fully maximize what he as far as wins. Obviously, like personal stats and scoring, like yeah, he got that. But I'm thinking like wins, like I don't know how many championships has.
I think he has 2 or 3, maybe 2, maybe. I know 2 at the most.
Yeah, I don't know, but it feels like
Very empty.
The narrative around Wilt is like crazy dominant, ahead of his time, all that stuff. So then like that should probably translate to at least a few more championships.
I mean, actually, LeBron's did the same thing.
True, but
crazy
also like,
dominant, ahead of his time.
I know, but like I like what he's saying because Bill Russell and Wilt played in the same era, right?
Yeah.
And they always say, well, Wilt was playing against 6'5" or 5'5" white guys. You know, of course he's gonna win 11 championships.
Well, so was Wilt.
And so was Wilt.
Yeah.
And he scored. He put up 100 points.
It's because Wilt was going up against Bill Russell.
Let me see. Let's look up. I'll look up how many.
You know why it was?
championships Wilt had.
You know why it was? Because we talked about this.
Yeah.
It's the 20,000. It's the one
that's
stat
right.
that put Wilt in the Hall of Fame.
20,000.
I don't know which Hall of Fame this does, but
That's why I'm gonna put Wilt above Kobe. Because the 20,000.
Oh.
That's the real stat.
and that's 20,000. All of them were consensual.
Yeah, Kobe did that.
Kobe did that bad
Yeah,
shit, bro.
20,000 consensual versus one
Yeah.
hotel in Denver.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Wilt. Just so my top 10 doesn't get tainted by Kobe's.
All right, let me see. Let me just read off. Let me go off my top 10 real quick. I want so I have MJ, Kareem, and this in no particular order.
Yeah.
MJ, Kareem, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, LeBron, Magic Johnson, Kareem, and at 10.
Yeah, that's my same top 9.
Do I got 10? Yeah, I don't know. It's at Kobe, Wilt.
Wilt does have 2 championships.
And the more you talk about Wilt, it's like
I'm gonna put Wilt over Kobe.
that's what I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get him
I'm gonna
out.
put Wilt over Kobe.
His averages
I
are.
have to.
He averaged. 30,
You have to.
30 points.
That's ridiculous.
22 rebounds.
That's ridiculous. You have to.
I know.
But Jerry West
Kobe-
is the logo.
Who did who did Wilt have on his team?
Jerry West.
Because
That's a
Kobe
good
had
question.
him some Shaq.
I don't know.
Let me see.
I can't tell which years he won these championships.
Go to Wikipedia. I think.
Bro,
it's
don't look up which years he banged out somebody. My man's would have a championship in every single year, every single
That was
day.
every day.
Hey, but back to that Wilt thing. There's got to be like, if he slept with 20,000 women, right? He's got to have at least 1,000 kids.
Probably.
They liked the hangers back then, though. Probably.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Damn.
You already
Cole
know,
came in
bro.
hot.
What is this?
That was no warning.
They were looking for the
I was
money back
thinking they
then.
probably didn't have condoms back then, and then Carl said, "This one got hangers."
I'm just saying.
Damn.
What do we come out with the number? 400 girls a year? Or 400 partners a year?
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, we did the math the other day.
I'm
Yeah.
still putting Wilt over Kobe.
Yeah, right now it
I'll
comes
put
down
Wilt over Kobe.
to Wilt. It comes down to Wilt and Kobe, and so I say mine. Kobe is out for mine because he wasn't really the A player with Shaq. Shaq was the leading
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
thinking
leading-
too.
voted. He was the leading guy on that championship, right? Then he wasn't that he had a lot of down years. And he had
they were
the-
supposed to have up years.
Yeah, and he was the original 3-1 lead guy when he lost to the Suns that year. They were up 3-1 against the Suns in like the first round, and he lost to the Suns. He only has one MVP, I think.
But Steve Nash has 2, which was kind of ass.
But Shaq would have won the other one.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
You know?
No, Shaq could have won 1 and Kobe could have won 1.
But I don't know. I don't think that it's an anomaly that Kobe only has one MVP.
No, I don't think Steve. I think it's an anomaly that Steve.
I
Nash
think
has
Steve
2.
Nash should probably have one.
Yeah.
I can give him one. I can give him one. I can give him one. But
Two feels a little.
Two is
two feels a little
too
crazy.
much.
Just cause what I saw with Steph do to get 2, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if Steve Nash is doing that to get 2.
Yeah.
I know they probably had like the 40-90, the 40-50-90 club
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
I know they probably had something like that.
Freaking
But
who the hell was gonna Kyle Korver was gonna get in that club?
I mean, Kyle Korver has that plus, but they have that plus like the actual volume of stats. Though.
Yeah.
If you go over the volume, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Kyle Korver is getting like 10 points a game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Plus, Korver's like, that's what he does, but it's not like teams are coming in like, yo, we have to stop
We have
Kyle
to stop
Korver
Korver.
today.
Bro, I'd be game planning against him. That dude changes
That's
the tide of a game.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
He changes the
He
tide of
does
the
do that.
game when he splashes 3 in a row on you.
So,
All right, so let me hit you with this real quick for one more thing on Wilt. So Will's championships were in 67 and 72.
Mm-hmm.
On the 67 squad, we're talking about who did he have on the team.
Yeah.
I don't really know these dudes, but it says that there were 3 other Hall of Famers on the team. Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer,
But I think
and Chet Walker.
I heard Hal.
I don't know
Greer's
these
name
guys.
before.
I don't know those guys.
I think Hal Greer, Hal from Green Lantern. You know?
This dude's crazy, man.
Ryan Reynolds. So I mean, they beat the
like,
Warriors that year in '67. Warriors had like Rick Barry and Nate Thurman. Let me look up the '72 year.
Well, Robert Horry's gonna become a Hall of Famer anyway.
So this was the second one. Chamberlain was on the Lakers and they beat the Knicks. So he's got 1 on the Sixers and 1 on the Lakers. See, that's just not that impressive to me.
It's not.
It's just not.
It's just he's the only thing for me keeping Kobe out, man. I'm gonna have to like call up Isaiah Thomas, bro. I don't want Kobe in mine.
I'd rather have Will Chamberlain in because the 100-point game, and Kobe came close, but he didn't get there. He tried.
Jerry West was on that squad with Chamberlain. And it says, remember we were talking about how Elgin Baylor has all those losses? It says this dude played the first 9 games of the season and then retired.
Oh, for the 72 one. That's right, because he was in 70 and then he just dropped off for the 72 one.
No, that's bad.
Elgin Baylor, what
Poor
are you
Elgin.
doing, man?
Oh, man, that's bad. Okay, I see what you're saying about the Kobe thing. I can't do it, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Will in. Oh, man. I'm going to put Will in, or I'm going to put Isaiah Thomas in. Because I think Isaiah Thomas is underrated. Because he's underrated.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, Michael Jordan is the best player of all time. He was beating him down all those years, 3 years in a row. He went to 3 finals, lost 1 to Magic, and then I think they beat Magic for 1. And they beat somebody else, but he won the 2 titles. He won 2 titles. There wasn't like he had all stars on his team and Hall of Famers. He had like Joe Dumars and like Adrian Dantley and stuff like that. And I think another guy, but not anybody like transcendent like him.
Yeah.
Like a transcendent teammate.
Yeah.
And
like they knocked off the Lakers.
Knocked off the Lakers, knocked off the Celtics. Like if you look at their run, to be able to knock off the Bulls, the Lakers, and the Celtics in one championship
played
run.
against the big boys.
In one championship run.
They played against a bunch of dudes in the top 10.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying like to have that run, like that's probably like one of the best resumes in the history of championship runs in one single run. Like the Lakers run is kind of weak when you look at who they play in the final, like the Kobe and Shaq Lakers. When you look at who they play in the finals, like they play like the Nets.
Yeah.
They play like an old Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing that I think people overlook with the 3P Lakers, those early ones. Like, the league wasn't as strong in the early 2000s as it was in the 90s or even now, I would say. Like,
getting out the West was impressive because like they had to play like the old Jazz. The Jazz were like older.
Yeah.
They had the
Jazz. Kings.
They had KG in the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
So there's teams in the West, but once you got to the East, once you got to the finals, it was a cakewalk.
Yeah.
I think they swept the Nets the year that the Kings were supposed to get there.
RIP.
R.I.P. Shout out to the cheating ass refs. Then they come up with documentaries about that.
I like Isaiah Thomas a lot too.
That's just my argument for him.
I would say the argument against it is that it was that run. It was like those 2 years. I guess one before. I think they lost to like the Lakers or the Celtics.
Yeah.
Before, and then after the Bulls beat them. So it's really like this like concentrated period where like that's super impressive. Yeah. But like it's not that long.
Outside of that, it wasn't because I think he only had like a 9 or 10 year career.
I think so, which is probably like injuries and stuff.
Yeah. I think he tore his Achilles. I remember that bad boy died.
Yeah, that's rough.
So that's I think it was just tough for Isaiah because he spent the majority of his prime trying to get past the Celtics.
Yeah.
And then he finally gets past the Celtics, and he has a 3-year window as being the top dog in the East. And then Jordan just comes and bull rushes.
It's unlucky, honestly.
It's just bad luck.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan went and effed up everybody.
That whole
he's a legacy ruiner.
That 90s gap, like he destroyed. Like no one could have any claim to favor.
Like Barkley might have had 1 or 2. Malone.
Malone.
He did everyone dirty.
And that fool always lets everyone know. Like, he's not even quiet about it. Like, I feel like Steph would be like, yeah, we stopped LeBron for getting, like, 5 rings and whatnot. like freaking Michael would be like, yeah,
stop LeBron?
He's like, hey, who in here got stopped by me? Like Michael probably have a party. Like he'll probably have a party, invite everybody from the '90s at the party, and be like, everybody at this table can sit if they lost a ring to me. If you didn't, it's just Hakeem at this table. I sit at this table.
He'd hold it at the Hall of Fame. He'd be like, yo. Yeah, he's crazy, man. Michael's crazy.
So I think we have a pool of top like 10 to 12.
Yeah.
I mean, guys like that would probably come after in my top 15. I'm looking at like guys like Kobe, Isaiah Thomas, Wilt, like Julius Erving, Karl Malone, Jerry West, like those guys. I'm looking at guys like that. But like, it's tough for us because we're young.
Yeah.
Because there's guys that like you said, Elgin Baylor. There's Jerry West. There's a John Havlicek. That I was watching some last night, and they said that he won 8 championships. And he was part of the Celtics, I think, and he had crazy stats.
Yeah,
and I think he had 25,000 points before there was a 3-point line.
Yeah, that's wild.
So that's a guy like
that.
Yeah,
like, there's just those guys that are so old. I have no idea who they are.
The guys that got screwed over just because they were born.
I actually don't know who they are.
Yeah. So I think so. We got I think we got a decent pool.
Yeah.
I'll put on our Instagram like our list. I know I say that all the time, but I'm actually gonna do it this time.
We're gonna put it on our Instagram.
We're gonna put it on our Instagram.
We're gonna put it on the Instagram.
I'm gonna listen and see what our list was, and I'll put those on our Instagram. And then you guys out there, comment. What's your top 10? Do you agree with our top 10? And then we'll carry on from that. So what we were talking about earlier,
the Magic.
And we're talking about 2009, 2000. In that 2000, like they were building like 2008 era, from 2009 to 2010, before Dwight Howard had the back surgery and moved to LA.
Their finals year was what, 09?
I think it was 09.
When they lost to Lakers.
Yeah, they lost to the Lakers that year, 4-1.
Yeah,
they got smacked.
Yeah. So that team had,
but they did have to beat LeBron's Cavs.
They whooped LeBron's Cavs.
Yeah.
So that team had Jameer Nelson.
We gotta name off the players.
Jameer Nelson, Rafer Alston.
Oh yeah, Fresno.
Michael Petrus, Hedo Turkoglu.
Yeah,
Turkoglu was clutch.
Rashard Lewis, JJ Redick.
JJ was there.
Barnes,
Matt Barnes.
Yeah.
I think there was at that point there's a bunch of big guys. I think
Gortat
was there too.
Gortat
I think Tony. They had like Tony Battie or something like that.
Yeah,
just a random big, and then Dwight Howard.
Yeah. Was Vince Carter?
No,
he was after that.
He was
like
after.
A little bit after.
I think he got traded for Turkoglu.
That's right. Okay.
So
those are at least the dudes that played.
Yeah,
I would say.
So those are the dudes that played. Yeah. And the one thing you have to everyone can tell with the names we list off is they were all 3-point shooters.
They could all play. They could all shoot, and I feel like all those dudes could play some decent defense.
Yeah,
and like if
Rashard
think about the starting lineup is Jameer Nelson, which you got to start with Jameer Nelson, unfortunately. But then it's who? Petrus? Is he starting at the 2 for them? Was Petrus starter?
I think
no. Oh, they have Courtney Lee.
Was Courtney Lee?
I think Courtney Lee was. I think he was.
I think he might have been on the team, but I don't know if he was a starter.
I think Michael Petrus was their starter because I remember him playing against Kobe in the finals.
Yeah.
So then Petrus at the 2, Turkoglu / Rashard Lewis at the 3 and 4, and then Dwight at the 5.
Uber athletic in his prime. Dwight.
Yeah, this is Dwight where he would be like sit on the block and then just spin around and jump up,
dunk on you.
Kill
this is uber athletic Dwight.
They would have been good.
Like that defense. The defense is already
there.
there.
Talking about football. Oh.
Yeah, what's up?
We have to get the Nintendo Switch.
Cody has it. Cody took it.
You gotta come in with a hot take now.
You guys got a hot take? You guys want to get on?
Yeah, Cody, go ahead, Cody.
Cody's ready.
Cody doesn't have it.
You got a hot take?
On football?
Yeah.
Basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Oh yeah,
Basketball.
even more hot takes on basketball.
Emma, how much basketball do you watch and love?
0.
Oh.
Should we just a shout out to the Kings fans?
Yeah.
Oh yeah! So hyped right now.
Is all the controllers downstairs though?
Yeah, they're all downstairs. Okay, bye.
Bye.
What were we talking about?
Snakes, bruh.
What were we talking about?
Magic.
Yeah.
Dwight.
Oh yeah, Uber
Dwight.
athletic.
Uber athletic Dwight.
So yeah, defensively, I think they're fine.
Fine.
Like,
I think defensively they
could
stand up
guard
well
guys.
with today's league.
The one weakness is at point guard.
Jameer Nelson is
defending
Jameer.
all these point guards.
Yeah.
But then you could put in
They did have Rafe.
Ray for Alston.
Ray for
I feel like
Alston.
Ray for Alston played D.
Yeah,
If I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I
you
think
street
so,
volley.
probably. Or they could at least like tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the thing. Jameer Nelson was kind of smaller.
Yeah.
But he's played a little bit in this modern era.
Yeah.
Before
I think he could hang. Like he could just be.
I think he can hang.
Enough of not a liability.
Yeah, I think he provides shooting as well.
And just they would be scoring.
It's basically like not as strong with like James Harden, but it's kind of like the Rockets if you take the strength of James Harden and made Clint Capella like a super athlete.
Yeah.
But the only difference is Turkoglu's better than
it's James Harden spread out between four guys.
Yeah, you spread out James Harden with
super
four guys.
overpowered.
And then you're playing with the Rockets and you just put James Harden's skills down and then give it to like Trevor Ariza.
You give it to everybody else.
To PJ Tucker and then you take Clint Capella and just
and you like make him 10 times wider.
Yeah.
That's true.
Do you think that team can win a ring?
Right now, think about that team. How would they fare in the East?
In the East today.
Like if you just replace the worst East team.
Or just replace the Magic with them.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, replace the Magic with that Magic team. They easily make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Easily make the playoffs.
Can they beat all the teams in the East?
I mean, the Raptors are a little bit of a question mark because we haven't really seen them in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But I think they could. Like in
a 7-game series, they're definitely, or they could. You could see them making. The
let's do it last year's East team because we've seen all those teams.
But then with
LeBron still there. With LeBron's still there.
Okay.
So you take that. There's no way in hell Kevin Love is stopping Dwight Howard.
No.
And
no one can stop Dwight.
When that pick and roll, that fool jumps up, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So I think. If I start off with let's say Pacers, they beat the Pacers.
Yeah.
There's too much firepower.
Oladipo can't go past all of those.
Way too much.
Way too many guys.
Way too much. Who else was in the playoffs in that last year? There's the Raptors.
Raptors gonna crumble anyways.
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan's Raptors.
That Raptors team not good. That's not a playoff team.
Sixers.
They'd
beat.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
I think the Sixers right now.
But we're talking about last year.
Yeah, but I'd rather talk about the Sixers this year.
With Jimmy Butler?
With them.
Okay, how would Jimmy Butler and Joel Embiid and
I think Dwight.
I think that would be their toughest challenge.
Yeah.
Is that Sixers?
Dwight and Embiid would be fun.
That would be fun to watch.
That would be ridiculous.
But I just feel like Dwight would just be because on defense, like he was just so solid.
But I mean, Joel's good on defense too.
Yeah, that is true. But
I
think
like Dwight could overpower him.
Do you remember how many fouls guys got?
Yeah.
When they played against Dwight?
True.
Like he actually got foul calls.
But Joel could low key stretch the floor.
He can, but Dwight was like that crazy defensive player.
I'm just saying that's the team that would take them like the distance for sure. That Sixers team or this Sixers team.
My concern with that Magic team would be Turkoglu's defense on like switches and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really remember how like mobile he was.
I don't think he was that fast.
Yeah,
I think he's just long.
Yeah.
Just long.
So like I'd be concerned if if it was like the Sixers and you got switched on to like I don't know, someone fast on the Sixers.
Could
even
guard
Jimmy.
Simon or Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. Like I just
don't guard either of those two.
I don't
guys?
think he could guard either.
Well, in his defense, during that 2009 when they played LeBron,
literally his defense.
Yeah, in the defense of his defense, he did match up with LeBron for a lot of that series.
Yeah,
and I don't know if he contained him, but it wasn't. And I think at that time, LeBron when he was like at his youthful prime, like there's no way to contain him anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't remember him being like they're like we got to get Turkoglu off the floor. That's the only argument that I have in his defense.
Like he did play.
He played.
It wasn't like he was a total
it's not like you have to take him out because he's so trash on him.
Like I do remember that from him, and I do remember him frustrating LeBron.
Okay.
Because I think Michael Peaches was too small. He was more like a shooting guard. He would play a shooting guard. And Michael Peaches did get time on LeBron, but I think Turkoglu did like the bulk of it. So that's the only
Yeah, because
argument.
it's always some like awkward body.
Yeah,
that,
and Rashard Lewis too.
that always tees up LeBron.
Yeah, and then so like and then I think like the Bucks. I don't know how they would do against the Bucks. I just don't think the Bucks last year had enough.
They don't.
Even this year, I don't.
This year
they still don't
it's
have
just
enough.
Giannis.
It's just Giannis by himself.
It's just Giannis.
And then the Celtics. So Tyrese. If you do this year with Kyrie there, I think Kyrie goes off.
Yeah, but like inside they have nothing.
Al Horford can't stop LeBron in his prime. I mean Dwight Howard in his prime. So they can make it to the finals. I think they can make it to the finals.
I think
finals is.
They make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then I feel like it's kind of...
It's a toss-up.
It's a toss-up. Just because I feel like this Sixers team of this year, I know we're talking about last year, but this year's Sixers team, they could hang.
I don't trust them.
I could see them hanging.
I don't trust them.
Even if they're, like, new. It's just because Jimmy Butler and Simmons...
We'll see.
Like, who...
I feel like they put Petrus on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then they would totally play off of Simmons, obviously.
Yeah.
So that kind of hides their... point guard weakness.
That's true.
Jameer Nelson could guard Simmons like literally.
That's actually true.
He got that big body.
But
if Simmons, if he posts him up, LeBron's gonna be there, unless Joel Embiid stresses him out. I mean, unless Joel Embiid stresses him out of the paint, Dwight will be there.
Yeah, and the Sixers kind of looked trash last playoffs at the end. Like they couldn't hang when it was like complete teams against them.
Yeah,
that's true.
I could see that just because it's Ben Simmons, he needs to learn how to shoot.
Yeah.
Then that team's deadly. Yeah. If Ben Simmons could shoot, that team is deadly.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing with Ben Simmons. We're just waiting for him to shoot.
Yeah.
But no, I think
I could see them. Yeah, I could see them going to the finals.
I see them going to the finals, and then at that point,
I
don't think they can. They couldn't beat the Warriors.
No way.
There's just too much. Jameer Nelson cannot chase around Steph Curry. That's how to be horrible.
And then even if he tried to switch off of him, then he's guarding Klay Thompson.
He can't guard Klay Thompson.
That's
so
the issue.
He's done, bro.
Yeah, that's the only thing with the Magic. They weren't too weak defensively, but they didn't have a true stopper.
Yeah.
At the point, you'd have Matt Barnes and Peaches trying to guard Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
That's giving up too much height.
And
done.
Dwight would go crazy every game for sure, but
they would just let him go off. I feel like there would be some close games.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Warriors would probably sweep them.
Yeah.
They would get swept. But I feel like they, be it in this generation, especially during the regular season, they put up crazy.
That's what we were talking about. That's what we got started thinking was like, dude, the White's Magic was a team right before the time of the NBA that they needed to be.
Exactly.
And if they had that team, they could easily fill that spot at point guard with something.
Yeah, they could find something.
Get some random.
Yeah. They could find something.
There's so many point guards now.
Yeah.
They could.
Now there's too many point guards that are
they could make trades. They could get better. They could get pieces. But right now, it'd be super fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because they'd have the green light to shoot everything.
Because if JJ Redick became his true identity of a one-dimensional player, it's over.
Oh that was.
He thought he was a complete player back in the day.
No, you're a shooter, bro.
You're a shooter. Just run around
and shoot.
See Kyle Korver?
Yeah, that's you.
Just be like him.
That's your dad.
Be like Kyle Korver.
Be like your dad.
Be like your dad.
That makes me miss Dwight though. He was so.
Oh, I know.
Dwight was so much fun.
That era, I loved that because everyone was on their own team. Dwight had his magic and was sick. Dwight and Chris Paul on New Orleans, and it was always Dwight leading in blocks. Chris Paul leading in steals and assists.
Yeah.
Or blocked and rebounds Dwight. Steals and assists. Chris Paul. And I was just like, these dudes are sick, and they're all pulling their dudes by their own.
That was back in the feudal.
I freaking loved
the feudal era. You had LeBron on the Cavs. Dwayne on the Heat.
Yep.
Kobe with the Lakers. Yep. Steph was still coming up. KD was still coming up, but
Dirk was the Mavs.
Dirk was the Mavs.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan was on the Spurs. That was back in.
I just loved that because they all had their own
everybody was just
head, bro.
That was.
Yeah, that was good.
That's why I'm sorry because that's when I loved watching the NBA, and then it got to super teams, and my transition to super teams was not well. I did not transition well.
I still think you're not transitioning well.
No, I know.
But weren't the Celtics a super team? Because that was in that same.
But see, they were a super team, but they got my number one player of all time on it, so I have to.
I was biased.
I had to.
Yeah.
Ray Allen's my guy.
I remember like when the Celtics got those dudes. I remember thinking like these guys are shoo-in like finals team.
Yeah.
But like looking back on it, like they definitely weren't.
They weren't. The Pistons, because I remember they did go. They went with the Pistons, and then like LeBron took them.
Yeah,
that's when I like at that when when they made the Celtics and LeBron like was going ahead with the Celtics. That's when I liked LeBron the most.
Yeah,
like when he was honestly, and this is probably like better for his career that he's gotten help. But when he was really like that one, because like there was that one year.
I love that LeBron.
Like, was it against the Pistons where he scored like 23 points out of 24?
Yeah, at the end.
Yeah. That was like when I was like.
And those were those good Piston teams.
Those were the Chauncey Billups.
Right on the end of that.
Yeah, so
he basically killed that.
He did.
Right? He was like, that's it.
The Pistons stopped
aren't
him.
Good anymore.
Yeah, because they were going. I think they went to the conference finals like 6 years in a row, and they went to the championship round a couple of times.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that was when I peaked LeBron, like. Especially because I was younger too, so like I could actually look up to him, like, oh yeah, he's a superhero.
Yeah.
That was like peak LeBron fandom. And then, like, afterwards, I think I got older and I stopped, like, idolizing players.
Yeah, that's true.
And he went to the Heat, and I was like, that's kind of trash. Yeah. But, like, that all happened, around the same time. So, but, like, that was when, like, I was, like, Carl, like, I liked it because, like, Dwight Howard was my favorite player. And
it was just cool because it was, like, you had your ace.
Yeah,
That's your guy. Yeah, like, and you know who it's going to in the fourth quarter. You're down 1 point, like, 5 seconds left, you know who it's going to. You're going to the ace. If he can pull it through, then it's like, that's your hero. That's your guy. Yeah. If not, it's like, well, we live and die by our guy.
Yeah,
you know? That's just how it works.
True. That's true.
I love that stuff. Rest in peace, that era.
R.I.P. that era.
Rest in peace, man.
But I mean, the counter side to it, that's when you get all that hero ball stuff.
Yeah.
And like everybody was trying to be like Michael Jordan, and they couldn't be it. You had Tracy McGrady trying to be like Michael Jordan, didn't work. Vince Carter was trying to be like Michael Jordan, didn't work. All those guys were trying to be like Mike, and the only person that could do it was like to some level was Kobe.
Yeah.
Paul Pierce tried it, wasn't successful.
LeBron
tried it.
Yeah.
LeBron's still trying to do it.
Still is trying.
He's still trying to do it. It's not working, but no, I did like it too. There's everything there's good in basketball.
Yeah, like even now, even with all this crap going on, I still love watching the game just because it's just interesting.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't really watch the playoffs because I already know who's going to the finals. I don't think I watched the playoffs the last 2 years. If I'm being honest.
The playoffs are still fun.
Bro, ever since the LeBron got fouled by Tristan Thompson, that's when I had to stop, bro. When they're on the same team, that's the game that really ticked me off. I was like, nope. I was like, when I see someone get fouled by their own team and they get it called, I think they even called a technical maybe.
I don't remember.
I was just like, I can't do it. I just can't. I can't. The NBA lost my respect there.
No, I mean, I honestly, like, at first I was like, man, this is garbage. But it's like that having that juggernaut in the Warriors. And you just kind of...
No, it's cool because you're waiting to see someone...
You're seeing somebody topple them. And the Rockets got as close as possible. As close as possible.
See, it's different for me because, like, I feel like this whole time, like what you're talking about, like I'm just... It's like outside because it's like the Warriors and the Warriors are amazing. And so, like, I don't care because they're good.
Yeah.
So it's not like I have this... I'm not really, like... I don't care that other teams have super teams because it's just to try and beat the Warriors.
Yeah.
So I'm like... All right, it's just
I'm sure if the Kings had like some stupid stacked team, I'd be the same way. I'd be like, oh, this is great.
We did it. Yeah. And that's the thing. I think like for a Warriors fan, like it's. I mean, you do it. Yeah, it's your team. You just gotta root for it.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember talking to my brother like, because he's from Oakland, and I was like, it's kind of weak that KD joined, and he was like, it is, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like my favorite team will always be. When it was Steph Curry and Draymond and Clay. And he said, tell you the truth, if KD leaves, he can leave because we won without him. Yeah. But who would want to have one of the greatest weapons in history on your team?
That's basically how I feel too.
Exactly.
I feel like we're just lucky that KD has spent these years on the Warriors. Mm-hmm. So like if he leaves, I'm not going to be mad. Yeah. Because like, dude probably shouldn't have ever came to the Warriors, right? Like honestly... So, like, thanks. We got at least 2 championships. Yeah, at least 2. Might make it a third.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want to leave, like, that's cool. Just leave. I won't be mad.
at some point I just stopped caring about. Like at first I was like super teams, this is trash. But at some point I just stopped caring, and it's just funny to see all these teams try to compete with the Warriors. Yeah. Like you saw that what happened to Timberwolves. They tried to build their super team with add Jimmy. The OKC tried to build a super team with the Thunder, Carmelo.
Yeah.
But it was like you gotta like people. They build their super teams and they're trying to play like the Warriors.
Yeah,
it's like you don't have the personnel to play like the Warriors, and that's why I'm so happy with the Kings because they said, "What do we have?" They said, "What do we have?" They're like, "We got a point guard that is probably like at least top 3, top 5 fastest in the league. Why don't we just let him run the whole game?"
Yeah.
And then we have bigs that can run too, and we have shooting guards that like to shoot. Let's just run and shoot. And I was like, oh, great, we have an identity. What all these other teams are doing, they're like getting these pieces, but they're like, okay, let's be the Warriors.
Yeah.
Let's shoot.
This is our Steph. This is our Clay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly
that's what I felt like the Hawks did when they drafted Trae Young. They were like, this dude is like a mini
We have Steph Curry.
Like, we have Steph.
Like, why are you putting that on him?
Exactly.
Right? Like, just who knows what he's going to be? Like, you haven't even seen him play. You're already telling him what he's going to be. Like, what?
You probably, they're probably going to try to look for a shooting guard next draft.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be light skinned too. They're probably going to look for some shooting guard.
RJ Barrett. Or is he a small forward?
Is he light skinned?
He's from Canada.
I don't know.
That's good enough, right?
I told my mom the other day, I told my mom the other day, I was like, hey, Ma, your grandkid's going to be half white. And I was just like, that's just what it is now. If you want a kid in the NBA, he's got to be half and half. Look at Steph, Clay, Zach LaVine, Devin Booker, Aaron Gordon. They're taking over.
Oh, they already got their light-skinned guy, Kevin Huerter. Yeah, he can shoot. Some white dude.
That's what I was about to say. Isn't he white?
Some white dude. He's light-skinned.
I don't know anyone on the Hawks besides...
They got John Collins. He's light-skinned.
Kim Bazemore.
He would be like the Draymond for their team.
He is the Draymond. They messed up. They gotta have a darker. They gotta have a darker Draymond.
Idiots,
We're not trying to.
I think they have a Warriors like coach or something. Like some dude that was part of the Warriors. I think he's with the Hawks now. So I won't be surprised if he's like
that makes sense.
That
so this is what worked when I was at Warriors. We have one dude who can shoot a lot, another dude who can shoot a lot. So let's draft another dude who can shoot.
Like, do you think it's too much shooting nowadays though?
Yeah.
Because
those freaking Rocket stats where they shoot like
crazy.
Damn near 95 3-pointers a game is just ridiculous. Like Eric Gordon, I don't know, probably this season still, but last season there's one game he shot literally. I looked on the Bleacher Report like stats. He put up like 25 threes in one game.
Yeah.
One dude.
That's
Wait,
ridiculous.
what?
I swear it was like 20 to 25 3-pointers he attempted in one game.
Eric
Gordon. He came off the bench too.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
And I was just like, this is so stupid. I looked below that, like James Harden attempted 14 or something. It's like that's between two guys.
Is that they were the only ones playing? Was that the year before Chris Paul got there?
It was last year.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
I was just like, you got to be kidding me.
I think it's too much shooting when the team like isn't that good, and so like they're trying to like compensate for that by just like jacking up shots. Like I don't like who.
It's just even on like. I feel like in the game we were watching
it was
last night.
Caldwell Pope was gone.
Fast break.
Yeah.
One's taking it to the hole. Another dude's coming from the other side, splits out to the corner for a 3-pointer rather than just continuing it in like on your basic fast break drive where they could have got it easy too. He splits out for the 3. I don't even remember what happened, but I was just like, what's going on?
Yeah, it seems like because everyone values threes now, they just tell their guys like everyone has a green light, so just go for it. When really like some of these guys probably aren't good enough shooters to just
has to be
on fast
dudes
breaks.
who could actually shoot.
Yeah,
like you have to be able to shoot to hit a fast break.
Exactly.
You have to be able to shoot. It's different.
I feel like there's really no nuance to the game anymore. It's just pick and roll shoot.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing I would say I wish it was different because like nobody shoots from mid range anymore. Nobody post up. It's just like shoot. And I remember Greg Popovich came out and said he doesn't like the game today. And a lot of people were saying like, oh, he's just bitter because he can't beat the Warriors. Yeah. And I was like, no, he's a little bitter. Everybody be mad they can't win, but at the end of the day, like as a coach, I feel like you can't. There's no game planning for anything. Yeah. It's like anybody can coach now because like all you have to do is just go down there and say, hey, we just gonna run. We're gonna run. Whenever we get a fast break, just run, shoot. Yeah. And when we get a half court set, 2 dudes cut. We'll do a pick and roll. Yeah. Dish it out to the open guy to shoot. Yeah. So like, I feel like I don't know how there'd be more because like there's analytics saying that 3-pointers and shots at the basket are the most important shots. So I don't know how you get over the stats, but I honestly wish that there was more nuance. And I feel like the Warriors don't even just do like they shoot from mid range. They got Kevin Durant. They shoot from mid range now. It's like
KD shoots mid range.
You know, so it's like it's not just like it's not. I wouldn't say like I wouldn't blame anything on the Warriors. I just feel like the NBA like they follow trends. Like the dude back in the day, he did his Twin Towers. So then everybody had to do Twin Towers. There was a bunch of double big men running around. Then Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas came and changed that paradigm where you can, well, mostly Michael Jordan, you can win with a 2-guard. Then everybody, that's when your Kobe's, Tracy McGrady's, your Paul Pierce's. That's when those guys, 6'6", 6'7", 6'8" guys that can dribble and do all that stuff. Then you even have it today with like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant comes, the 7-footers come around, they can dribble. Now you got like Kevin Knox, you got
Don Maker,
Michael Porter Jr. You got all these long, lanky guys. They're like 7 foot. That people are hoping. Like they come in looking like Giannis did. But who knows?
They all want him to pan out like Giannis.
Even
like
nobody thought
Bruno Kobaloko.
Oh, 2 years away.
Yeah, 2 years away.
2 years from being 3 years away.
Yeah,
from being drafted.
You think you get into Kevin Durant, you end up with a Dante Green. It's just.
It's true.
It's just
even like LeBron, like just the fact that he could do everything as like this 3, I guess. That now that kind of led to people taking chances on like Draymond probably. Like no one expected Draymond to be like LeBron. But they were like, maybe this dude could be like Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, that Swiss Army knife.
And now everyone wants a Swiss Army knife.
I think Aaron Gordon's like a prototype Draymond. I mean LeBron. Zion is like they're gonna
Zion I think is gonna be something for sure.
I don't know. I feel like
do something.
I feel like he'll either be an uber athletic Anthony Bennett.
Ooh, that's clean.
Or like
Antoine Bennett's my #1 draft pick.
Like to me that's his floor. Like a uber athletic Antoine Bennett, Anthony Bennett. I hate when I say that, bro. Anthony Bennett, uber athletic Anthony Bennett, or he can be like a Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Like I don't see like him being a LeBron. No. I haven't seen like the passing.
No, I don't see him being a LeBron. I just see him being some stupid athlete.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna end up being like Blake Griffin or like Aaron Gordon. Like I don't see two.
I don't know how his shot is.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen a lot.
If he has a kind of nice shot that he can develop,
I think he's left-handed.
Scary.
Yeah.
I think he's left-handed, which means he should be able to shoot.
Yeah, he should be able to shoot.
Except for Ben Simmons really effed that up for everybody.
Yeah, he did.
That's because he's from Australia.
It's also because I think he's kind of ambidextrous.
No, this is a thing.
Isn't
like,
that a thing?
Do you follow this dude, Kevin O'Connor? No. He's like a basketball writer. Dude is convinced that Ben Simmons shoots with the wrong hand. He's like, if this...
Oh, I think I saw an article about
that. I think I know who that is, yeah.
He's always got clips of, like, him in warm-ups, like, he'll shoot it righty or something, and it, like, looks nice.
Oh, my God.
Like, I don't know. I'm pretty convinced, honestly. Like, he could at least try.
I've heard that he's, like, pretty ambidextrous. So, I'm just like, why not? His shot is awful left-handed. I saw clips of him, like, practicing, and it was like...
It's garbage.
It was like his right hand's up where it's supposed to be, but then his left hand, he tilts it out and shoots it with his hand sideways. And it's like, that's, like, what? Who taught you that?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I've seen this dude is convinced that he's shooting with the wrong hand.
He probably is, because that whole Philadelphia, they screw up everybody's shot down there.
Markel's still recovering.
Yeah, it might be. So like,
can you imagine if he just comes out next year like shooting righty shaves,
dude,
splashing too? Just like
that's so scary. If he comes out and he's able to shoot next year, that's scary. Like that's basically a LeBron. Like that's the
closest thing.
That's the closest you're gonna get to a LeBron.
That's the closest thing you can get.
It's like a point guard version.
The point guard version of LeBron, and I think he's more. I don't know. I feel like he'd have a better chance of winning because he has Embiid there and Jimmy if Jimmy stays. But I think Jimmy goes.
I like Ben Simmons because he got saucy ass passes.
Yeah,
he's saucy.
Do you think Jimmy stays? I think he's going. I don't think Embiid likes him.
I hope Jimmy Butler goes to the Canadian Basketball League or something.
Like if KD decided to leave, I would actually want it to be KD and Jimmy Butler on the Knicks. I think that'd be fun.
That'd be crazy. I think Kyrie would get in that mix too.
That'd be crazy.
I think Kyrie's getting in that mix. If KD, I think because Kyrie, he said he was going to sign with Boston. Yeah. I think you just say that because you're going to be there for the year. Yeah. But I feel like if KD if KD and Kyrie got together and they were like, let's go to Boston, I feel like that'd be I feel like people need to go to the East.
Yeah.
It's too much. Too
much came over to the West.
It's
man.
too much.
Come on.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Like All-Star voting is crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm lying. I don't vote for anybody but Kings players.
Yeah. Those are the ones who deserve it, bro.
All-Star votes are crazy. No, they're not. They're easy. I vote for 2 people. And then, but it's just better, because I feel like, but right now the East is better than the West if you look at the record-wise. I think.
I think the West
the Raptors have the best record. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off, but he made that face.
But it's because the East has weaker competition that they're.
But you gotta. I mean, yeah, but the Raptors are legit.
I'm not saying they're not legit, but I'm saying like the number one team's gonna have a better record if they're playing against worse competition.
That has not always been the case, though.
I think with the West, it's just more. It's deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe I think there's less. And that's why I get kind of annoyed when people are like, "There's no parity," because there's parity this year.
There is.
In the West, like you got 1 through 14 that are at least like you could make a run, I guess, at the playoffs. So like it seems like it's not as extreme. The East still feels extreme.
Yeah.
The West feels like it's balanced out a little bit. Yeah. You still have the dominant teams and like the not so great teams, but like the Mavs got better.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of these teams that were bottom barrel last year, like they stepped it up.
Yeah.
I think.
I just don't understand how though. How are all these teams decent at the same time?
The Clippers got me confused. Bro.
Like I don't understand how
the Clippers
happened.
got me effed up. Like I don't know how they were doing.
I don't know how any of these teams got good. Yeah. The only team I can understand being better is the Memphis Grizzlies because I was like a healthy Conley and Marc Gasol. They're proven. I didn't know what Luka was going to be, so I was like, it's going to be another year.
Crazy, man.
That was a hero. I didn't think the Kings were going to somehow make some miraculous change. I didn't expect that. Man. I thought we were going to get the number one and lose it.
Before the season started, I said 20 wins for the Kings. That's all I want. That's all I want.
They had 19 right now.
19. I thought we were going to get 15.
Gonna get 20 wins.
I thought we were done. Clippers, I don't know what the hell Doc Rivers is doing down there.
That's crazy. That's
actually
got me messed up bad.
Yeah, that's.
But, I thought Memphis was the only team that I could see, like, playing decent. But, yeah, the way that everyone's just all, like, decent at the same time, that shit crazy to me.
Yeah, it's surprising for sure.
It's pretty cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun because the Kings are hanging around.
It's fun, yeah. That's the only thing. This is the latest
one. It's fun because we're hanging around with some of these teams.
You know what it's like for us? This is at this point what we're used to this time of the season is getting eliminated from the playoffs.
That's hella true.
That's what we're used to.
We're looking at draft picks.
Yeah, we're like, okay, this dude's clean. And then the thing going into this season, we don't have our pick this year.
Yeah.
So we can't even do that.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, yo, like
this is the season where we have to be kind of nice.
Yeah, we have to, and they are. We don't want them. I don't care if they made the playoffs or not.
Yeah.
At this point, because I know what's to come.
Yeah.
They can just build on what they have, but it's just fun. Like games like matter. Like watching the games
like last night.
Yeah, like a game like that. And
it's fun because people actually care now. They actually think like, oh, the Kings are actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like just random people will be like, oh, you see the Kings? They're always clowning on people. They're always clowning on people. They go off and it's like, bro, we known about that.
Yeah.
It's like now people are like
talk about social media stuff. Yeah. And like their social media account, that dude's hilarious. I don't know who runs that thing.
Yeah, he's great.
He's on it like right after the game.
When they came to Sacramento.
Yeah, like that was hilarious. That was crazy. That was funny. Steph even like that.
Yeah.
But man, I feel like we could talk about this forever.
Oh, we're good, yeah.
We were going to talk about football, but we don't have time for that.
Yeah. Let's skip football.
Let's get on with the movie reviews. I'm just gonna let y'all know.
Good. I guess we could give them a timestamp to go to the movie reviews.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to do this because I don't know how long the movie review is gonna take, but I might have to. I'm gonna cut this into 2 episodes.
Yeah, that's good.
Because this one is already an hour right now.
Oh yeah, let's cut it.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it into 2 episodes.
Yeah, end it. We can end it.
All right.
Or you could.
I was just gonna cut it when.
I was gonna say, do you have like a sign out, or do you have like a sign out saved?
No, I'd have to save it.
That's unqualified.
Oh, I can just do that right now.
Yeah, just hit the sign out.
So this episode, I'll put this one out like Wednesday, and I'll put the. I don't know which one. I might just put. All right, so hey, we gotta close this one out because we've been going on forever, and we can talk about the NBA forever. But Carl, you guys got anything left to say?
Nothing really, man. NBA, in my opinion, best sport right now or best league. So it's always fun to talk about NBA.
I feel you, bro. That's my favorite league, favorite sport to watch.
NBA, basketball is just a sport, man. You gotta. It's just fast paced. You gotta like it. It's good stuff.
And G, we got to get you on the podcast more regularly.
You be coming in with some decent
He be
information.
coming in with
Granted,
that,
you a bum ass Warriors fan.
Yeah, he
Klay
be coming in
Thompson's
with
still
that, yeah.
trash.
So
I'll be coming in. Like we said, we're talking about the Knicks. If they get those dudes, I might have to drop $400 on a ticket and go see the Knicks because I know they're gonna jack the price up so high.
All right, so as always, stay unqualified, live uneducated. We out.